Bonjour! Will a problem in my mouth or an endodontic infection have an impact on my overall health? Beyond the localized pain and swelling that may accompany an endodontic infection, are there systemic implications that may put me in the hospital? These are the questions we will explore in the Oral Systemic Connection track at AAE 2019 in Montreal. I'm David Landwehr, and I had the pleasure of being a co-coordinator of this track. With one of the first sessions of the meeting, the track will delve into the debate about treatment of the asymptomatic periapical radiolucency, with Dr. Anil Kishan providing support for the treatment of the asymptomatic periapical radiolucency, and Dr. Hege Shimesh arguing for a more conservative approach.
Hello and welcome to AAE19. I am Dr. Veena Paranjpe from the University of Washington in Seattle and the co-organizer for the track on oral and systemic connections. So here are some of the highlights of this track. This track consists of a lecture on opioids and the opioid epidemic by Dr. Abu Baker on Thursday. Dr. Abu Baker has lectured extensively on this topic. This topic may satisfy your CE requirements for opioid training, but please check with your state licensing board.
Dr. Cesar Augusto Migliorati will provide a review of the oral manifestations of systemic disease with an emphasis on systemic changes that may accompany oral disease. He will also give an update on drug-related osteonecrosis of the jaw. As we all know, it's about more than bisphosphonates at this point.
Next up, Dr. Elliot Hirsch will be lecturing us on drug interactions that every endodontist should be aware of, followed by Dr. Yashwant Raval, who will be talking to us about lesions in the oral cavity, as they may have some systemic connections as well. Differentiating endodontic pain from chronic pain is always challenging. So Dr. Glenn Clark will be lecturing on orofacial pain and how you can differentiate it from endodontic pain. So stop by his lecture on Friday afternoon. As most of you know, marijuana is now legal in many states across the US and in Canada. But how much do we know about the effects of marijuana on oral health? Dr. Barry Taylor will be lecturing a little bit more about marijuana and its effects on oral health, again on Friday afternoon.
Dr. Uche Odiatu, who resides in Toronto, Canada, will give a presentation titled 50 Shades of Inflammation, the Mouth-Body Connection. I know this will prove to be both very informative and entertaining. Dr. Brad Johnson will discuss medical considerations for the endodontist. I have seen this informative talk on more than one occasion, and I think it's an extremely important topic. Clinicians simply can't afford to make any mistakes in the management of medically compromised patients because the outcome could have dire consequences. In the era where we have cracked the genetic code and sequenced the genome, Dr. James Hartsfield will discuss how genetics and personalized medicine may impact the delivery of dental and endodontic care in the future. And late on Saturday, for the hardcore learners, myself, Dr. Bruno Acevedo and Dr. Don Nixdorf will take you beyond the dental pulp. We will look at presumed endodontic cases from an oral pathologist perspective, an oral radiologist perspective, and an orofacial pain perspective, because we need to know what to do when the pulp isn't the problem.
David and I are very excited about this track and about AAE19, and we hope to see you all there. Au revoir.
Au revoir.